commonest misconception, of course, today is the association of Islam necessarily with violence. This was true even before September 11th, 2001, but it has certainly increased since then. And the common perception that Islam is a frightening religion or a scary religion, or that Muslims are somehow more likely to be violent than other people. This is a very common perception, and of course it's very inaccurate. Although it is true that I certainly do not deny that terrorism carried out in the name of Islam is a major problem in the world today. I don't think Islam as a religion is any more conducive to terrorism than another religion. I think that some of the things that are really attractive, I think, is even the form of worship, the way prayer is done. It has a certain the postures, I think, really express humility and adoration. Another common perception, of course, is that Muslim women are oppressed, that they're not allowed to be educated, they're not allowed out of the house. A lot of people know about that in Saudi Arabia, women are not allowed to drive, and so they assume that this is the way it is in other countries, and it's not. In just about any country in the Muslim world, except for Saudi Arabia or except for Afghanistan under the Taliban, women drive, they work, they are out in public, and so people are often amazed that I was able to go over and do research in the Arab world. How could that be? But the Arab world in particular is very, very diverse, and tremendous differences in social classes, and between the social classes, differences in attitudes, differences in dress, differences in lifestyles. And the Muslim world is huge, and
Did you convert because of your husband? And I'm not actually even married. I don't even live with my father, and I have no brothers, so I don't know where that could come from.
I think the misconceptions, one of the biggest misconceptions about Muslim women is that we're uneducated, or that some man forced us to dress like this. And the truth is that most of us are extremely well educated. Most of us have degrees, and we decide to wear hijab because of we want to follow what God wants, because we want to follow what Allah wants, not because
people in the Muslim world often have an erroneous impression of American society and what Americans are like. I remember one time having a Pakistani student who came here to study at the University of Illinois. She said to me, "Before I came here, I thought that all of America was like Baywatch." Well, I know it's very fashionable to blame the media, but I was actually very, and sometimes correctly, of course, but I was actually very struck by the attempts of many members of the media to be very fair-handed in the coverage, especially after 9/11. I really felt that there were many articles showcasing Muslim communities here in the U.S. and in a very positive way, and making it very clear that most Muslims do not endorse the kind of violence that the terrorists commit.